everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. So today we're going to be watching a video from YouTube. As usual, we're watching a video from YouTube, and we're going to be not only watching a video from YouTube, but actually capturing it for what it's worth and talking about it for what it's worth. So I'm going to turn up as far as I can. Like I said, I don't want to put equipment in here. I don't want to put extra baggage in here. I still got to clean up my house anyway, but what I'll do is I'll check it out how much it is and how big it is. If it's not that big, I'll go ahead and bring it in. What I'll do is I won't talk about what I do, but I'll make sure that that equipment works for my computer. I'm not going by Best Buy. Best Buy too hot. I'm not going by any other store except Guitar Center. Guitar Center will have that type of equipment. So yeah. So um let's get started on the project at hand, which is to sit up there and watch this YouTube video. Let's get started. I may watch multiple ones. So let's get started. Oh my God. Uh, I was about to say, so baby, let's get it on. Drinking wine and getting time. Singing in the song. I said, you know, I wanted you so long. Why do you have to drop that on me? Lazy day, lazy night. I guarantee nothing is going to happen. They're going to drop the freaking charges. I guarantee they're going to drop the charges on that. That's why they don't even like doing nothing. They don't even like doing nothing. They're recruiting them early. Today, something happened to me, and it's just sad, man. They know how to harass certain people. They get violent when it's when they know, like, how can you sit up there and steal a purse and get mad because the police get involved? You know, seriously. They are our protectors. They are our protectors. They're guardians. Some of them, that is. Those charges are going to get dropped. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to hear because they're getting tired of it. See, it's a catch-22 because they're trying to be funny and not engage in violent situations with me. Instead, they're just trying to show their face and be where I am in the same area I am, or follow me a certain point and then drive off somewhere else. That's how they doing it. And that's how they've been doing it. You know, it's just sickening. It's sickening. They're watching me and they keeping tabs on me. And I said to myself, if they were getting paid, let's say they were getting paid $10,000, the head person of whoever, whatever gang was getting paid $10,000 to do XYZ, to watch me XYZ, which means that he will probably be paying his employees like $1,000 to $500. Who would have that type of money? Who? Would a lawyer have it? Would a judge have it? Who would have that type of money to have them keep tabs on me? We need to crack down on children. I am sick and tired. They made the decision to complete a violent crime. They're like they aren't that naive if they're like doing violent crimes with these members that they're going to end up doing a murder. They're going to end up murdering somebody and getting away with it. So what do you do then? And then they're in jail for life, protected by whoever, whatever gang they're in. What a trade-off. What a good trade-off. We need to start cracking down on the children too. That's no exception. If they want to stray from their parents and be bad and sell drugs like my brother did, then we need to crack down on them because they know right from wrong. They're at a point where they know right from wrong. Stick them into rehabilitation till they 18 and then let them make the decision they want to make to see if they want to continue to be bad. Because we don't need that type of violence on the street. We need a drought in this nation, a drug drought. They need to change their editor too. Fox News, if you're listening, you need to change your editor because it just seems like they're messing up on the screens. They should have showed that little devils or whoever they are stealing the purse and the police officers doing what they're doing, and then they should have showed that. But instead, they showed a caption, and that, but behind that, they were showing it, and they do that all the time. They mess up like that all the time. And that's just making y'all look bad. What the hell? So basically, he's saying that the Panama Canal, which is what I've been saying, I just forgot. I keep saying Venezuela, but the Panama Canal has been China's territory, which is the back door of the Panama Canal. And Trump said no more. And certain presidents knew about this. And they're building something underground, which would be something to surveil the United States of America, surveil it just like the Chinese balloon. Y'all remember the Chinese balloon that came across and went over major bases where their technology could have been screened? Like, who does that? What president allows that to happen? Biden. Biden presidency allows a spy balloon to go over vital information of basis. This vital information can mean the technology that we hold that's top secret. This could mean vital information that is not for the public's eye, anything. So what do we do about that? Well, P. Hegseth is talking about it right now. Hello? Just think about how many countries China has invaded and is surveillancing. Just think about how many countries. Think about how many countries that they're surveilling right now because of poor leadership. They got farmland and I don't really, most of the stuff that I have comes from China, but now I don't trust it because I don't know how desperate they are to manipulate somebody to be desperate to talk about, hey, I need stuff from China. Why are you placing these tariffs? Oh, I forgot they are. So could it be chemicals? Like, think about it. I can see the companies, the small businesses talking about it because they deal with it a lot. But people that say, oh, I went to Temu or whatever that site is called, a Chinese site, and I bought clothes for my children, and I used to be able to buy 10 pairs of pants for school, for a certain amount of money, and now I have to only buy four, you know, it's it's crazy, man. Like my wigs come from China. No matter how I sit up there and my wigs come from China. Like no matter how I sit up there and pretend like my wigs don't come from China, they come from China. They come from China. And it's like I'm not thinking any different, you know, but how desperate is China? How desperate is China to make people want to keep their products coming and coming and coming? It, it's something to think about, man. It's something to think about, like you can go on Facebook, for instance. I go on Facebook more than Twitter. You know why I go on Facebook more than Twitter? I go on Facebook more than Twitter because it's like something draws me more than Facebook. They can read your heartbeat and other stuff personal about you when you sign in, when you have the app. When you have the app, they can do that. And so if y'all don't know, they can read personal information about you, such as your heartbeat and much more, your temperature and, you know, how you felt when you clicked on a link, you know, and I ignore that stuff. I'll be like, you know what, whatever, but they're different. I mean, I'm pretty sure all the places do it. I'm pretty sure all the places do it now. But it's just that you got to think about it. Think about it very carefully. I want you to solidly think about it. They get shipped over here and really they don't get analyzed. Some stuff don't get analyzed. They get shipped over here and they're in boxes already and they don't get analyzed. Remember what happened overseas. I don't know if it was Pakistan, Afghanistan, um, Israel, I don't remember. But they bought these cool new phones or walkie-talkies and they carried them around. And at the right moment, they exploded. They exploded. These walkie-talkies exploded on the people at stores, injuring the people that were next to them. Now I'm pretty sure they scan phones with scanners. I want to say they scan the phones. The stuff like clothing and everything. We don't know what type of technology is out here today. Do you think that they don't have technologies like this? Do you really think that there is not technologies out here like this that, I mean, why do you think certain people of a higher power, like when Trump goes to McDonald's, he don't eat from McDonald's. When you see him taking a picture of McDonald's food, do you see a bite in that McDonald's food? No, no. He probably eat it when it's checked, but the Secret Service have to check that because just like a king, it's a possibility that someone somewhere could say, "Oh, this is going to Trump. Let me try to poison him." Now, if China and America is neck and neck with the technology, even though China seems to be ahead of us a little bit with technology, what kind of technology do you think China would have in order to control a mass population of Americans? That's why I keep going back to the iPhone. So I don't know, man. It's just crazy. They want a way to spy on us. And certain presidents allowed that in exchange for certain things, such as probably money, special privilege, and other things. Trump won't allow that. So right now they're in desperation. They just took the Panama Canal away. So right now they're at their final tooth. You can't take your final tooth away. So what could they do at their last counting measure to make sure that they can control the population and still have a one up on the president? I don't think Apple CEO knows about it, but since they make their stuff, there's still certain people that are under him that are Chinese knows about it. I mean, think outside the box, man. Why is all this war going on? You know. I remember when the border was open. The border was open. And then my paranoid, but they said, well, they're sending Chinese people are coming through the border now. And I'm like, what's going on? Why are Chinese people coming through the border illegally? I had my reasons to think certain stuff, but that's not it. Now that I know the whole story, and I think it starts with a virus. All you have to do is not like Trump, and then that virus grows. Just like I had a guest on KKNW, Guy Morris, who said he's a Democrat, which is fine with me, but he said he was like, they have they have artificial robots that you can stick a virus in them and you can never tell it's there. You can never tell it's there. So what was that balloon doing up there? And not only that, what kind of materials are in our phones? We don't even know. What possess a judge to break up a phone, a burner phone, and throw it in the trash for an immigrant? Why aren't we busting those Chinese immigrants that came over as immigrants illegally? What do they need to be over here for? What are they controlling? You know, they'll get caught quicker selling drugs or producing drugs. So, what are they controlling over here? It's just something to think about, y'all. It's something to think about. And what if whatever is in our iPhones, if there's anything, go undetected. It's a virus that goes undetected, and it feeds off of certain things. What if? I mean, they're making it a step better every year, which means that we're going to have to pay like $2,000, $3,000 for a new iPhone, seeing us as the terrorists. But they're making it like better every year with artificial intelligence, which it's always had artificial intelligence in it. But now they're coming out and saying it's artificial intelligence in it. These apps create artificial intelligence, portals to dimensions to artificial intelligence. You can go on Facebook, then you can exit. You can go on Twitter portal or dimension, and you can exit. You can go on LinkedIn portal, and you can exit. If they weren't AI equipped, if they were like a regular old Verizon Razor, they wouldn't be equipped to do the job that they do. But they're equipped with artificial intelligence already. I don't trust China. Now, I don't trust China at all. Just like it's something about Mexico that is fair, but I don't trust it. Because wouldn't you want help from the United States to get rid of the cartel? She said, and I quote, she said that Americans can do what Americans want on their soil with the National Guard, but we don't need them on our soil. We'll fix it. Just we're okay on our soil. So why are they coming over here? Because y'all are a poor country. What are you fixing? What are you fixing? If you're such a rich country and vast, abundant country, what are you fixing? Why are they running over here or trying to run over here or trying to stay over here? Why are they making money so they can come over here? Is it just one big setup from the government? Certain parts, not Trump's part. They do all that mining and much, much more. Sell fruit, make money, and then come over here and then start killing people. Why is that? And then they drop charges or they drop the whole case. Or they don't even care about what they're doing. It's like a bunch of judges got together in states that are sanctuary states and said, you know, allegedly got together, we're not going to charge them like that. But we will make it hard for one black woman Excuse that part. I don't get it, man. They make all that money. Why not give it back to the president? Why not give it back to the president and sit up there and build Mexico to be a strong country? It's a poor state. They're staying in shacks. Build on in Mexico. Half the people in shacks are shooting at each other, are gangs. So how don't you need the United States help? It's fishy to me. Seriously. It's like the agenda, all the agenda was is to come to the United States and just bring turmoil. Where are those Chinese illegal immigrants that came in, though? Y'all don't remember that? Y'all don't remember that? Come on now. I remember it. They're hiding well. They're really hiding well. I'm like, where are you? They're like in Alice in Wonderland. Are they underground? Like, where are they? What are they doing? What was their agenda? Because if they were selling drugs, they would be so easy to find. If they were selling drugs, a chain will be linked back to them, especially if it was methamphetamine. So they're not doing they're not making meth supposedly. So what are they doing here? They're doing something technological. That's what they're doing here. I have yet to see on TV they say they catch a Chinese illegal immigrant. They don't want to be caught because they be sent to that jail in Venezuela. I don't know what else to say, man. People don't believe me. People sit up there and think that this is just a game. National security threat. This is a national security threat. And that's why I keep hashtagging the White House. That's why I keep hashtagging everyone that I can hashtag because this is very important to me. Very. I'm not playing. I'm trying to set the stage for what is going on and what I believe is happening that is a national security threat. And that's why China isn't responding and isn't really acting on much like they could be because they know they got something infiltrated here that is causing this whole entire corrupted mess. They had 50 years. What else do you think that China has done here other than farmland? Like they had 50 years. 50 long years. In case something happened, the wrong president get in office, and it's been talks about Trump. They've been pushing him out of office, making sure he doesn't become president. You know, it has to be something that Chinese has set up in place to I mean, look at the COVID. It just so happened to come out when Trump's first baby term happened. I mean, he's still smart as, smart as a computer, but it still happened to Trump, like on his first term, the COVID. This was right when he got, you know, inaugurated and all that stuff. And who was president before that? And who hated Trump the most? And who allowed China to do whatever they wanted to do? It all fits like Legos when you think about it outside the box. We're sitting up there going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home. We don't think like this. That's what the government likes, is that we don't think outside the box, because there will be a mass hysteria. What I'm doing is a conspiracy theory, supposedly. What I'm doing is setting a conspiracy theory. Or is it? China is not playing. China do not want to make a deal with us. China already said, you know, hey, look, y'all are lying to y'all people. I don't want I don't want to make a deal with y'all. So stop lying to your people. Already said that. And now they kind of lightly want to make a deal. Like top correspondent people are going over there to see what's going on. Nancy Pelosi came over to Taiwan with the woman president of Taiwan. China said those that play with fire will get burnt. Those that play with fire will get burnt. I can't prove it because they redacted the video, but President Biden, that's when President Biden started declining drastically. And he started saying things that made no sense on camera, like burn White House, burn. I still can't find that video footage. When I look, that's why I look at Fox News. I want to look at other stuff with y'all, but like CNN, ABC, you know, I don't even watch NPR no more. And I hope they take those two programs down because they are talking about LGBT too much, and they are left wing with left wing liberal agendas. I tried to get on NPR. It's easy to get on NPR. If you're Democrat, once they knew I liked Trump, they must have put me on alert for all the NPRs. They never called me back. I've called them. I even spoke to people there. And they look at my videos. And once they know I'm a Trump supporter, they sit up there and they just don't do it. And it's hard to get on PBS and put your videos on PBS if you're right wing, because you can put videos up on PBS. I try everything. So yeah, it's just crazy. It's definitely crazy out here how, some presidents don't even deserve to be president. Some presidents don't even deserve to be presidents. You make a move, you make a move like that where you allow China to have so much intel on the national security, as a national security threat, have so much intel, and then cover our eyes and say somebody, either Russia or China, is trying to invade our computers. And we're like, oh, we know that they're not going to invade our computers because we're Americans. It's just sick. And now Russia and China are like this, are like this. So if Russia was invading and we gave China some intel, what do you think? Do you think that they're just going to go lightly or go hard into the United States with whatever plans they got to build and conquer and try to become, figure out what the United States has that China don't have? Do you think that they're not going to try to figure that out when you have soft presidents that came into office? They're laughing at us. And they're still laughing at us. Russia won't stop attacking Ukraine because he want that land. He want as much land as he can get. He want as much land as he can get. So he don't listen. It's obvious. Because this was some type of historic reasoning. He was on Tucker Carlson, and he was talking about some historic past that he had that land somehow, and now Ukraine has it. Ukraine has their own land, country. There were parts of it that he had. His goal is not to listen to nobody. His goal is to get as much land as he can. So there you have it, a history lesson, a special history lesson, basic, not a tip top of the world history lesson, but a basic history lesson on what is going on with conspiracy theories in the mix. I don't care about giving out conspiracy theories because I believe conspiracy theories can lead to the truth. Because some stuff you don't understand why they happen, and you have to think what comes in the United States the most that people love to buy that's from China. What comes through the United States that people keep and love to buy from China the most? Phones. Phones. People love to buy phones and they come from China. And that's what I'm talking about. And like the, I hate to take her words, but that's the Kimberly focus. So, you know, you can think about it all you want. You can say no, she's gone crazy, but this is the truth, man. I'm just gonna keep talking about it. I'm just gonna keep talking about it because you know what? It makes sense. Everybody scratching Teslas, everybody doing protests and don't understand, like that. It's like their brains don't understand why a male, a physical male with strength of abundance is playing in female sports, shouldn't be playing in female sports. Why don't they understand that? How don't they understand that? They're stronger whether they, like, it's sickening. It's sickening. I don't even play in sports and I feel like it's sickening. It's really sickening. It's very sickening to sit up there and watch these women protest and have to protest and have other people protest talking about we're brothers and sisters. Well, sisters stay in their category and brothers stay in their category. But don't sit up there and, like, that's like a brother racing a sister. We know the brother is going to win. We know the brother is going to win. So I'm about to get off of here. I just wanted to chit chat with y'all for a little bit. I will probably be back on here later. There is absolutely nothing for me to do except clean up. So that's what I'm gonna do. Finish eating and clean up. So and probably be back on here later. So definitely take care. I love you guys for watching me. Like, seriously, thank you for watching me. And we're going to make America great again. These phones are a national security threat. And that's why I'm glad that Apple is paying billions of dollars to bring them back home. Bring it back home. Everything that was done over in China, bring it back home. Bring it back home. I remember when the stuff started happening where they were running across the border. The illegal immigrants were running across the border. I remember seeing a clip where all of Apple and the big tech company CEOs were going back to China, and they looked miserable to me. They looked very miserable to me because they had their head down and they were coming out of big fancy cars and stuff. They look sad, you know, that they had to travel back to China to make these phones and stuff of that nature. But it goes CEO, COO, and other people that work with making the phones. And it's many other people in that bracket of people like managers, supervisors. Then you got a board members, you know, seriously, it's a lot of people. And I believe half of these people are Chinese, and yeah, they're controlling something and they're doing something that to the United States. So yeah. Take care, y'all. Be safe, and I will see y'all another time. Bye.
Never waste my time. You all I want.